Hey guys, happy Thursday. It is Michelle Bishop, and I just want to give you guys, just fill you in a little bit as to where we stand with this Journeys with Michelle Bishop thing. And I just want to kind of let you guys in a little bit more on what exactly it is and what to be expecting. But when I was in Columbus, Ohio back in February, I met with my first trainer, Mike Davies, and we started talking, we started brainstorming. We're like, what can we do to really help more people? And I told him, I was like, I really don't want to get back into the personal training world because my heart is in AdvoCare, but I live for God, but I love fitness, and that is a big passion of mine in life. And I really haven't been so much on the nutrition side of things. I've been eating well. I've been eating very well, but I haven't been in a deficit and leaning up, and I've just been enjoying my life. And that really was, why is this so dark? That really was my goal. The past couple of years when I left competing, I went into this mindset as to, I want to be a BA4L, a bad ASS for life. And then I got in this mindset that, one of my girlfriends who is a warrior wife, and she's an amazing Christian woman, and she said, hey, can I just love on you for a minute? And she said, I want you to think about this. She goes, but you call yourself a badass for life. And she goes, just how does that sound? And I said, you're right. And I was just like, it didn't make sense to me at first. And I just really, in all aspects of my life, I want just to be growing the most that I can. And I said, you know what? You're right. That probably doesn't sound the best. So I really stopped saying that. And also, that BA4L mindset was me trying to hold on to the competing life, but not compete. And so what I realized was that competing lifestyle was not for me. And so I had to just kind of let myself fall into a place just of living life and becoming normal again, and not stressing about always prepping my food, and trying to get my mind out of this mental rut that I'd been in for 4 years. Because when you compete, you have to take your body to that level, and you've got to literally become obsessed with nutrition and training. And you eat it, you sleep, and you dream about it, and you breathe it, and it's just everything you do. And so I took, a year and a half trying to just find this happy place in my life, and I finally got there, and it was great. And so when I went back home, it was amazing. I saw Mike, and I said, hey, and he was like, let's meet up for coffee, so on and so forth. And I said, let's do it. It's been forever. And so we sat up there, and we met up, and we talked, and he told me about a new project that he's launching, which more details to come soon. And I said, wow, I would love to be a part of that. That would just be so fun. It'd be an honor to be a part of that with you. I said, so, think about it. And he was all in. He said, I would absolutely love to do that with you. And I said, so, I want you to know where I am in life, and I'm wearing so many different hats in life. My priorities have really switched. I'm not a trainer, so I don't live in a gym anymore. And really, it's not my priority to live in a gym. That's not something that makes me excited anymore. And I found such happiness in acceptance of myself since I really found my confidence in Christ, and not having to prove myself to anybody. And when I got married to John, it's like my perspective on everything changed, and I no longer was like, I don't need to flaunt my body to make me feel good about myself. And that's what I thought I was doing. And so when I met with Mike, I was like, I would love to do this with you, and I would love to be able to inspire and help people again, and do it in the fitness side of things. And so I said, I want in. If you want me in, I want in. He said, I want you in. And so we locked arms, and we decided to, not only with what he's doing, but start a Journeys with Michelle Bishop. And Journeys with Michelle Bishop is, I really didn't want it to come across like Journeys with Michelle Bishop. That was one of the biggest things that I struggled with. And then I struggled with, I didn't want to say Journeys with Michelle, because I've really tried to squash Michelle. I love my past, and I would never regret it, but that is the old me, and I am now Michelle Bishop. And so he was like, what do you want to call it? And the team that's been helping with all of this was like, how about Journeys? and they're like Journeys with Michelle, and Mike was like, what do you think? You know, how do you feel about that? You know, do you want to be Michelle, or do you want to redefine yourself, and do you want to be Michelle Bishop? And I said, I want to be Michelle Bishop. And so I feel like Michelle Bishop is somebody who's on a completely different journey in life, and I'm so much happier. It's crazy. So anyway, when we started this, I said, you know, Mike, now I'm a married woman, so my priorities are God, my family, you know, then so on and so forth. And so I don't want to take away time from that. I, you know, want my cheat meals weekly. Date night is very important to me. For me and John, I am a very busy businesswoman. I'm running, you know, AdvoCare, which it is a full-time job for John and myself, and we choose to have it that way, but we run ourselves ragged, and I wouldn't have it any other way. But I said, you know, I really don't want to take on a huge business, you know, endeavor like this. And he said, all I need you to do is be you and do what you do best, and go lift and have fun, and you know, I will do your nutrition, and we're going to try a bunch of different things so that we can show people everything that we have to offer on this new thing that we're doing, and different workouts, so on and so forth. And so really, you know, I'll be in Ohio training with him every day for 5 weeks when I get back to Ohio, which we're going to drive there on Monday. So as of Wednesday, we will meet with the team, go over everything again, and you know, sign papers and really just dive in. And so this is it is a commitment. It is something that we are doing. And so I know a lot of you guys are just like, you know, and some of you expressed, you know, you're so back and forth, and you say you're going to do something with fitness lately and you're not. And I want you guys to know and hear my heart when I say this, is it's not been a mental struggle at all. It's been a struggle with just trying to understand where I'm supposed to be in life. And so it's not like I am having food issues at all. It's more a struggle between, do I want to just be happy? Am I okay at this weight and just like this, and you know, go through life the way I am, or do I want to get a little bit stricter? And so John and I really sat down, and there were some tears involved, because it was a hard decision for me, because I said, you know, I want to give all the glory to God, and it's no longer about me. And so what is going to help him, you know, edify him the most, or give him the glory the most? And I hope I worded that right. But what is going to put him on a pedestal the most? And I want to make sure that that was portrayed through this whole entire thing. And so when I'm doing this journey, you know, I'm not perfect, but I'm really trying to do fitness in a way that is pleasing to him, and a way to love our bodies. And so I'm trying to just get out to you guys what my purpose is, why I have been the way I have been for the last year and a half. You guys haven't been able to tell where my heart has been, and it's not been in fitness 100%. It's really just growing on my walk, and you know, that's a whole other story in itself. So I'm giving you guys my word that I am committed. Me and Mike are 100% ready to go, but I just wanted to put a video out there to fill you guys in, to let you guys know exactly where we stand with things, and to be excited for the next 5-6 weeks, you know, as Mike and I are together every single day doing videos, workouts, him kicking my butt. He still never made me throw up, so that's my goal to him, is make me throw up. But I just am really excited to bring you guys along with me. So if you guys are crazy busy out there, you are moms, you know, mothers, wives, you work a million jobs, you wear a bunch of hats, you just go crazy, I am right there with you. And so if I can do this thing, you guys can do this thing. And I just hope that I can encourage you guys on your journey. And if you guys are finding yourself in March like me, and you're still like, I have not gotten on the horse the way I wanted to in the beginning of 2016, I am right here with you guys, but realize that you are beautiful just the way you are. So you are beautiful right now, today, how you are, no makeup, yuck. Well, makeup from yesterday, but let's do this thing together. So you need to give me your commitment that I am going to do this, Michelle. I'm ready to lock arms with you guys and dive in and do this. So I believe in all of you guys. I hope you guys believe in me and trust me and know that I'm a person of my word. And if I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. I promise you that. So here we go. Journeys with Michelle Bishop is starting this week. I'm gonna go prep my food today. Goodbye.